If you feel like you're behind in life, like you're not where you thought you would be, or that you're not living up to your full potential, then same. And to be honest, I don't really have an answer to that problem. But what I do know is that sitting around and moping over it won't change your position. So in this vlog, let's get out of this rut and set some goals to push us forward. Alright, as always, starting our day off at the gym, we're doing our upper body session, second upper body session for the week. But I won't bore you guys because I'm always here at the gym. I'll just do a quick recap for this one. I really feel like taking your health seriously, trying to stay active, trying to stay fit, eating good foods, moving your body, that directly translates into you hitting your goals, into you staying more focused, into you just being more aligned with what you want in life. I feel like if you're in a rut or you're in like some sort of position where you're mentally not the best, moving your body and eating good foods will always help. Yeah, I just know at a minimum, if you eat good food, if you move your body, and if you drink enough water, you will always feel better than how you did before. And you can think clearer, which yeah, that's what I think.
The workout is done!
Alright, we're back from Woolies. This is what we got for lunch. We're having a roast chicken from Woolies with some rice. Alright, and for dessert later, we got a Wicked Sister, which was on sale. It's a chocolate yogurt, not yogurt, it's chocolate pudding, 15 grams of protein per serving. But what we're doing, probably not the most macro friendly, but it is the best yummy friendly. Biscoff in here, let that marinate for, you know, as long as your patience is. And then it'll be like a little cheesecake. So yum. I did it before, but I only let it sit in there for like, I don't know, an hour, so it wasn't fully soft.
Just if they want to know, they say it's supposed to be 6 hours and it is so good. I do mine with Chobani yogurt, but Nick doesn't like Chobani yogurt.
I like yogurt. I just don't like yogurt. Anyway, so we're going to chuck that in the fridge. I'll eat that later tonight for dessert. Like I was saying at the gym, if you're not feeling the best mentally, if you're trying to get out of a rut, just move more than you were before, eat better than you were before, and drink more water than you were before. I feel like you'll be in a better position mentally to make decisions from there. And it doesn't have to be crazy. We're just eating chicken and rice. Oh, and I forgot, we also got OxyShred. We don't usually drink OxyShred, but it was 40% off. Okay, so when it comes to like goal setting and planning and stuff like that, I'm not really a big diary person. I've tried it a lot and I don't know, I can just never seem to stick with it. So all my goals, I write down on Notion through my laptop with a template that I got from Shalila. I do want to have a book where I can journal and write my goals and stuff like that. Yes, I would like a physical goal book that I have, not for the year, but I want to be able to use it year on year and look back on it through all my goals in this one book. So yeah, let's go look for a book.
But this is not going to make you want to ride in it, you know?
Yeah, I like how it...
Look at that. Feel it. It's on the thicker side. So it might not go through,
nice.
which is like, obviously, it's a bit thin though, I'm not sure.
We're in Daiso, and I really like this book so far. And it's only $3.30. So we got these two books. They're the same book, just different sizes. I don't know which size I want. I wanted a small one, but there's two small ones. I don't know how small of a one I want. Decisions. Alright, I finished eating, and this is what we got. We got this book. It's from Daiso. It was $3.30, and I like it. Opens flat, which is really nice. Look at that. Wow. It's only 35 pages though, which is like the one downside to it. But I'm not going to be writing in it much. I'll maybe use like 2 pages for the year. But I just really like that I now have a physical place where I can actually write down my goals for the year. And then as I go through and hopefully achieve them, I can tick them off instead of just having it on Notion sitting on my laptop. Just something about having it physical feels really cool. Also, as I'm looking at my Notion page here with all my goals, I think one important thing to do in goal setting is to set input goals rather than output goals. I feel like if you do it that way, you just have a lot more control over the actual outcome. Like, for example, instead of my goal being 10,000 subscribers for 2026 for YouTube, it will be, X amount of uploads for the year. It will be an upload every week, 2 uploads every week, something like that. Something where you can actually do, because you can't really control getting 10,000 subscribers for the year, but you can control how many YouTube videos you make and upload, which in turn allows more opportunity for people to see you. Now, I don't really know how I want to set my book out. I'm probably just going to have here 2025, and then maybe I'll just list my goals. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Anyways, I'm here talking to Shalila.
What up, y'all?
She's sitting on the couch eating. One thing we implemented this year when it comes to goal setting, we have one really big dream goal. Like, it's a crazy goal. If you hit that, that will be amazing. It is a very big goal, so it will take a lot of work to get there. But we have our one overarching main goal, and then all of our other goals we've set for the year all lead to it. So if we hit all our, smaller goals, we'll call it for now. If we can hit these smaller goals, we will hit this one big goal. And I know I was just talking about input and output goals, but I think this big goal is an output goal.
It is, yeah, as you said, it's not an input, so it's not really a smart goal. But that's what makes it so exciting.
Like, my one big goal, this is not it, but for example, it could be like, I want 100,000 subscribers on YouTube to get a YouTube plaque. The smaller goals, your input goals, would be how you'd get there. Like, if I really, really wanted 100,000 subscribers, I would probably have to change a lot of my life around to allow me to create higher quality videos at a higher output. So then some of my smaller goals might be like finding a job or getting a job that is more flexible. Basically, it's a big goal. I'm going to find what we're going to call this goal. But aspirations is maybe a good one. So aspiration goals are long-term, overarching life ambitions, dreams, or desires that provide direction and purpose. So this is an aspiration. So I guess we'll just call this as our aspiration for the year. All right. I've now finished writing all my goals in my book, and I have a total of 11 goals for the year. I have 3 aspirations, and then the rest of the goals for the year that will lead me to achieve my aspirations for 2026. And that's my vlog. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget, we're doing double uploads just for this month. Bye.